What's up, everybody? It's your boy Carcino, and let's talk about it. A lot of you guys out there have saw the Kid and Play and Tupac videos, part one and part two, and I'm glad you guys were loving it. And you were like, "Man, we love this." That's because you guys was donating to the Cash App, and you donated enough. Then I said, "Well, here it is." The Tupac has a lot of stories, a lot of history. People only remember the death row days, and those were nice too, but Tupac was also Tupac before then. And due to that fact, we tried to give you guys a little history lesson and catch everybody up to it. So without that being said, we move forward. And to the rest of you guys, don't forget, Carcino's the name on the Cash App. Yep. And you can definitely hit the Streamlab too. That's below. You can hit me up on the Streamlab, and that also you can leave me longer messages over there. Now, this early Tupac, when he was making mixtapes and demo tapes with his cousins and chilling down there, he was MC New York. He had a bunch of guys he rolled with. One of his main guys was Ace Rocker and DJ playing Terror. Those were his guys from when we knew Tupac. Rapping and stuff. When he was MC New York. Like he got Panther Power, a song like that most people know. But he had a crew of guys that rode with him. And he had they had a group out called The Crew. And that was the first one that was out. They were The Crew. That was Tupac's first group name. That's known probably on record. The Crew. And they was doing rap songs. He was MC New York from The Crew. Then they went two from The Crew when The Crew split up. So The Crew ended up splitting up, and then they was just known as two from The Crew. Where they got a song called "Chillin'." That was the only song I ever heard from two from The Crew. A mixtape song called "Chillin'" from 1987. If anybody can find "Chillin'," they got Tupac on there, who's MC New York. Now, during this time, Tupac thought they were gonna be like independent, get a record deal, and blow. Like he really believed that this rap thing could work because it's like, dude, it's coming from us, from the gutter. We dope, so they know they gonna have to deal with us. And they knew all the rappers coming up. Like they knew dudes who was like in the hood. Next thing you know, they doing things in the industry. So it's like natural for them that they feel like, yo, we gonna get on. This is a no brainer. Then all of a sudden, things just started to go left for two from the crew. So Pac had a falling out with some guys from the crew. They went to two from the crew. Then they ended up making another group called Born Busy. And this is with Jada Pickett, Ace Rocker, and DJ Plain Terror. They joined a group. They was writing for Jada Pickett some rap songs. They wanted her to be a female rapper in the group. And Jada was thinking about doing it. They were in the group Born Busy. Now, Born Busy, they had The Benefits of Poverty and Strictly Representing. Those were like two of their main songs, and actually the title for the album Tupac wanted to come out with on Apocalypse Now. It's Tupacalypse Now, rather. Those were the two titles he wanted to use. Now, there's been some songs that leaked that came out from his group back then, but you know, he had a lot of different elements come out of this. A lot of arguments and fights happened within the group as far as why they weren't blowing up. You know, things were not going the way Born Busy thought they should be going, so they split up. So Tupac was doing his thing, went to another realm, joined the One Nation MCs over in Oakland, and that was with Ryan D, who went before he found the 5150 Illegally Insane. 5150, home of the sick. So when he did the Illegally Insane Ryan D, that was the name of the group, which ended up being Eazy-E's name of his Eazy-E's name for his album. It turned out to be the EP, the one that had the Only If You Want It and the Criminally Insane album that was supposed to be out that we never got. So the One Nation MCs, they were that was about 88 to like 90 or like 89. I'm sorry, 88 to 89 with Ryan D, who was in the group, Ace Rocker, DJ Plain Terror. They just now they were like the One Nation MCs. They learned martial arts, like African martial arts, wrestling, and the One Nation MCs. They was rapping. That's when you got Panther Power, and you had a couple of other songs out there that came from the One Nation MCs. So if you catch that mixtape, he was still MC New York, but this was the Bay Area style, but mostly still the One Nation MCs talking about poverty, talking about the government not helping, telling women that they gotta, do better by themselves. It was mostly that type of rap. But the One Nation MCs was not gonna blow. But they loved Tupac. Like the nation was like talking about making him join and be a member of the Nation of Islam and all this stuff. And like, man, he need to join, but he was just way too volatile and way too street for the Nation of Islam. So he turned more to the Panthers, which was more what he wanted to sign up to and be a part of. So he started to pull away more from the One Nation MCs in like 88, 89, around that time. So he wanted to pull mostly towards the Panthers. So when he was at the group called Strictly Dope, they had Ray Love and Chopmaster Jay. Now Chopmaster was the DJ for Digital Underground, and they never really give Chopmaster his respect because he the one kind of helped bridge him and Shock, not more than just the record label and the manager. Chopmaster was also a guy that was very, prominent. So Strictly Dope, they were kicking it more like on that. We don't just talk about, just rhyming. We talk about the girls, the parties, And that was the first time Tupac really kicked a party rap. Is when he was with Strictly Dope. They were more the club and kicking some party songs and some just chilling in the hood type songs, but they were about being the best. But the beats was on some club stuff. Some of the tracks that they did was mostly club music and everything else. So they was getting off on being dope MCs, and that was from '89 to about '90. So even though Strictly Dope ended up Ray Love and Chop Master Jay, they ended up kind of parting ways. They were still cool. Ray Love and Chop Master, they were still tight even when they was doing their thing. They had Geology, G was in there. They had a lot of people who was in the crew. It was about what, 7 of them in Strictly Dope. Tupac always throwing up the two. See, that was the thing. Back in the day, was before he was known, he always threw up the two. People knew that was his sign there. There's the two. Now you can get some of these lost tape sessions of Strictly Dope. It's like 1 to the 2, 1 to the 2 1, and all that stuff. They got a song Static with them. Man, it was like some samples and stuff that was borrowed. It was a lot of stuff. Um, a lot of people that knew Pac had some music of Pac, but Afeni blocked a lot of it from coming out. She wanted a Maru company to uh, to preserve it, and not to just throw it out and have music just popping out from everywhere, so people couldn't even get the projects out. Well, same song got Tupac really his record deals solidified. Because if it wasn't for same song, even though Pac was on there, same song is really what was the big hit, and it was on that song Nothing But Trouble. Nothing But Trouble was a terrible movie, but it's a just goofy, terrible movie. But it had Demi Moore, made a lot of money. It was on a motion picture soundtrack, and those checks are still coming in the shop. You know, and the same song was basically performed, and it was on there. They had Tied a Knot that they made just for the movie. Put that out on a motion picture budget. They got that Universal money. Well, I can't say Shock got the money because this was Tommy Boy. Well, man, man, I'm trying to think. Oh man, my back hurt. I'm like, you sleep wrong or something, or you sleep on a soft spot of the bed. Like, what the heck happened to my back? My back is messed up. Back all cracking and stuff. Like man, what's going on here? Well, anyway, Tupac ended up meeting with he met up with Ray Tyson and all these guys when he was recording in there for Strictly Dope. And when he met Chop Monster Jay, and they was in there recording some songs, and then they got put in there, and that was the rest was history. They was Digital Underground. It blew. Same song, the first verse recorded by Tupac with Digital Underground. And it was actually the first time a Tupac verse was ever released, like on a record. Everything he's done has been on mixtapes. Nothing really released. Now, he did present some demo tapes of his early work and was recording on his first album, but this is the first thing that was like ever like let go. He had a song when he was with he had Babies Having Babies in the Tupac MC New York freestyle he did. Those the early songs that he did when he was with Two from the Crew and Born Busy. When he was with Born Busy, he had I Saw Your Girl. That's my man's throwing down. Check it out. Man, he had a lot of songs back then. Then he battled Ryan D on a track called You Don't Want to Battle. And they were battling like freestyling on the track. And that was with the One Nation MCs. Tupac is on that song You Don't Want to Battle. Then they got what they got? What's Your Fantasy with Ryan D and Let Me Drop Some Knowledge. That was I think that was the One Nation. Then Panther Power, Never Can Be Beat. Oh man, what other songs they had? Strictly Dope, The Days of a Criminal. He had uh gosh, Tears of a Clown. That was a Strictly Dope. Terrors on the Table. That was Strictly Dope. There's a lot of songs that Tupac got out there that's floating around, and can't nobody really understand where these songs are or where they at today. But these are the type of things that people remember the most about Tupac that knew him from the Bay Area when he was MC New York. So hopefully you enjoyed the truth behind Tupac MC New York days. And that's about it. So don't forget to subscribe, hit the notification button, all those wonderful things. And we are out like a scout.